Right, I've not been out stalking for a while, so I thought I'd do a short video just cooking up some venison, because a few people have said they want to see a bit more field to fork videos. There's no field in this part because I've not had a chance to get out, but probably get at least a 5-6 minute video showing what I do with venison. But luckily my dad went out this week and shot a nice young rodo, so I'm going to butcher it up and then do a bit of a video cooking it for a nice Sunday roast for me and the missus. I don't like doing leg joints normally because they are a bit too big for me and her, but because it's a small deer, I think I'll get away with it and most of the meat will be ate. So just see how that video turns out. Right, that's the deer butchered. I've given one of the legs to my mate and I'm going to do this one. And all I'm going to do first, this is just the night before, just to get a bit of a marinade going on and just let some flavours get into the meat. I'm going to put a base of veg in the roast tray and some onions. Just keeps it sitting off the roast tray so it doesn't end up burning the bottom of the meat. And some asparagus in there, so there's carrots, onions and some asparagus. And then what I'm going to do is just lay the leg on top like that. Now I've done a little marinade here and all that's in that is mint sauce, some crushed garlic, some crushed onions, salt, pepper and a bit of butter and some oil. And all that is just something to try and get some flavour into the meat. So I'm just going to drape all that over that. And just rub that all over the meat and on the underside as well, just to make sure there's plenty of flavour getting around. As I say, having the onions underneath and the carrots, I find that stops it burning the underside. Right, so I've covered that up with tin foil now, just to stop the smell spreading around the fridge overnight. I'm going to leave that till tomorrow for when I'm ready for cooking. I don't always do this, I just do it sometimes if I've got the time. I know I can get that extra flavour into the meat. And as I say, I'm planning to slow cook it tomorrow as well, so it gives me more time in the morning just to get it in the oven instead of messing around doing all the prep work. But we'll put that in the fridge, leave it overnight, and then... So I left that overnight in the fridge, and then this morning I just got it out to try and get it up to room temperature before I put it in the oven. So just let it sit there and warm up a bit. And then I've done a little gravy, nothing fancy, it's just a bit of granule lamb and beef stock, and then some rosemary, salt, pepper, just something to cook it in once it's in the oven. So I'll just fill the roasting tray up with that. Bit of corn flour in there as well, just to give it a bit more thicker texture. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover that with tin foil. Right, I've put it in the oven on 150 degrees. I'm going to leave that for about 2 hours, maybe 2.5. Just depends on how quick it cooks through. I do find it varies sometimes, and also I'm using a new oven at the minute which I'm not too sure on. But I'll just keep checking it and then take it out and get the meat thermometer on it. I want about 125 degrees internally near the bone, and that'll give me a medium rare joint. But I'll leave that in there cooking away, and then I'll get prepared on the veg and everything else what we're going to have with it. We're about an hour into it now, and we've got about 98 degrees near the bone. So I'm going for about 2 hours, I think. I think that'll be more than enough with that. The meat's nice and tender, just slides in and out the thermometer. So I'm going to uncover it now, put it back in the oven, and as I say, I'll probably give it another hour. So I'm going to start putting the potatoes in and everything else now. Right, that's the meat after 2 hours. So what I'm going to do now is transfer that to a plate, and put it in some tin foil and let it rest for about 20-30 minutes while everything else carries on cooking. I'm going to take the gravy that it's been cooking in and add that to the gravy I've made, just to give it a bit of extra flavour. But yeah, I like to let that rest for a good 20-30 minutes and it'll carry on cooking. It should be about right. Right, it's the moment of truth now. I've let that sit and rest. See how it's cooked, whether it's undercooked or overcooked, one or the other. I don't know if I can do this on camera actually, it's going to be difficult. A bit more done than I normally like it, oh no. It's looking good in the middle. Yeah, that's perfect, that. Falling away from the bone as well. So yeah, we'll get that served up on a plate. We'll see how it looks. And there we are, all served up. I won't record eating it because that's not entertaining for anybody. But if you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hopefully in the new year I should be out after some roados again. I know I've got a trip booked in February back on Muntjac and Fallow, so I'm looking forward to that. But as I say, I'm going to make a big push in January to get out as often as possible and hopefully get some rodo footage. But as I said before, don't forget to like and subscribe, and there'll be more videos coming soon.